You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
And welcome everyone to this episode of The Edward Fowler Show live here on YouTube.com on this Thursday evening. And I hope my guest is starting to cool down, but I doubt he is, because in a few hours' time he'll be over the moon. Because of what's going to be happening at midnight on June the 28th, only a few hours to go, and we will get all that reaction in just a few moments. But it's great that you accepted to be on my show tonight, and thank you for your time and the few issues we had before we came live with the link and all that business. But we got you here, and you're here live, so it's a pleasure to help welcome on the lead singer, or lead vocalist, however you want to pronounce it, to the show from the Clause UK. Please welcome along Pearce Macca. Welcome to the show this evening. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm warm. How are you?
Yes. About the same, I say. It's been very warm, hasn't it, over the past few days or over a week now, and it seems to be cooling down. Well, at least where I am, anyway.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same here, but in Birmingham. But I'm hoping the weather stays for the weekend with football and that.
Well, I don't know. They have forecast some rain.
Well, I hope not. I hope it stays away, mate. We'll hope it stays away.
we will get into the football in a few minutes, because I want to know what your thoughts are. But before we get into that, how has 2024 been so far for yourself and for the group?
It's been a bit surreal, actually. We're only halfway into it, but yeah, it's been one of the best yet, and the best is still to come from this year from us. But yeah, it's been absolutely mental. We've been kind of in the studio a lot, recording this EP that's coming out in a couple of months' time, and we're just firing cylinders all over the place at the minute and gearing up for our biggest tour yet towards the end of the year. So I've got a strange feeling that it probably could be the best year yet for us.
Good.
So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I got to mention, because we were mentioning about the tour as well, I've got the graphic to show right here on YouTube, because if you're listening to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or even on YouTube Music, then you won't be able to see the graphics. So I recommend you come to YouTube to see the graphics I'll be showing off in a few moments. Of course, if you are a regular viewer, or if you are a fan of the Clause UK, then you saw the graphics on their social media, but we're going to show it here in a matter of minutes. But let's start with this. Of course, you mentioned about it. It comes out tomorrow. Fever Dream, available from tomorrow on June the 28th. I like the graphic art you guys have used for this, single. But you mentioned on social media that the sun has finally come out for you guys on your launch week, I guess, for your launch day. Hopefully it lives up for you, because they have forecast rain for tomorrow. So I hope it does stay dry for everyone will be buying this and listening to this tomorrow.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah. It just popped itself out for the campaign week. So yeah, hopefully it stays out, and me and the lads can go for a few jars to celebrate tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan to do so. And what are you hoping the reaction will be when this is released for all your fans?
It's a pretty special tune, to be honest, to us, because we really felt like we hit gold with it in the studio. And I kind of wrote it not really expecting it to be like a big tune for us, but when we took it into Vader Studios, it was like a magic day where we felt like we landed on a pot of gold, and we just absolutely love it. And I love what the song's about. The lyrics from my point of view are quite honest, and we think it's probably our best song yet, and it's definitely an earworm. So I'm just hoping everyone loves it as much as we do, and I'm sure that our Clause loyal will definitely love it.
I'm sure.
So,
I'm
yeah.
sure they will. I'm sure they will, because you'll probably get loads of comments and loads of feedback, and probably even people reach out to you directly as well, probably be giving you their opinions on the track and hoping that it resonates with what you guys were feeling at the time when you wrote it and performed it. To hopefully that will be the same kind of message, which for other people listening to this will, hopefully lead into your set of minds, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think that's what it's written for. So I've got no doubt that it will hit people in the way that we designed it to.
And if you are, a new viewer or listener watching this and thinking, well, why should I check out this, song tomorrow? What would be that message to them to check you guys out?
You will not regret it, man. We're a party band. We'll put you in a good mood, no matter what the day is. So don't sleep on it. Get straight on it when it's out tomorrow. You won't regret it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great message to send as well. And, have you got any particular goals you are hitting already for this year?
The main goal is to sell out our tour towards the end of the year. We're playing some massive, iconic venues up and down UK, and we're even venturing out to Ireland and France to play a couple of shows as well. So, I mean, that's kind of where our sights have been set for the year live wise. But also, I mean, towards the end of the year, following this EP, we'll be in recording our debut album. So it will be the biggest thing that's happened to us as a group. So yeah, I guess to say is that 2024 is a pretty pivotal year in all of our lives.
Good. And let's talk about the tour, because you can see the graphic on your screen there. Of course, this was cause I got this graphic update as of last week, so things may have changed. You may have add more dates, so always check out the Clause UK's social media, which will show up in a few minutes or so. But it says the Weekend Millionaire Tour. Great name for the tour, by the way. And as you mentioned, it all kicks off in the beginning of the month of November in Dublin. And as of right now, it finishes in good old Paris.
Paris, yeah. Yeah,
Paris.
It's a nice place to finish the year, if anything.
Yeah, in a nice romantic town, isn't it? And
yeah, we'll all be getting our romance on out there between the school.
Yeah.
So make of that what you will.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there'll be some ladies who'll be all over you guys when you head over there.
I don't know about that. Anyone who knows us has met us would probably bet for the other outcome.
Yeah. But you never know. You never know what may happen in Paris. As I say, what happens in Paris stays in Paris. But you're going through, of course, other cities as well, like Stockton. You mentioned about that. You mentioned going to, of course, Brighton, London, even coming to good old Manchester as well in the early December. Are you looking forward to, on this big tour of yours? Are you going to be well prepared for it? Are you making sure your vocals won't give out on you as well throughout the tour? Because some of them dates you're doing back to back or within 2 days of each other. So are you going to be able to cope with all that extra pressure?
We'll be tip top, mate. There's nothing to worry about on our end. We're pretty used to it now, and used to the schedules, and it's what we live for, really. Like more of a hobby than anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be firing cylinders by the time we get round to that. We can't wait for it. We're not ones to wish away days, but if I could fast forward to November now and just get on that tour and get out in front of everyone, then I probably would hit that button.
Well, before you know it, it will be November the 1st, and you'll be blasting it out, and you'll be lighting up the arenas and stadiums wherever you go. And before you know it, you'll be itching to go and do it more.
Yeah, definitely. And next year it's going to be double the size of what we're doing this year. So yeah, we just kind of we're just going along with it, man, and enjoying ourselves while we're at it. And long may it continue. We say this year is going to be the biggest year, but that's until you get to next year, and then next year is the biggest year, and so on. Like it never really stops, and we love it, man. That's why we're in this game. So
yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned about how it, started as a hobby, and now you're actually living that dream, as I guess, as this cool band, and you're able to as well relate to people, and you guys are very much interactive with your fan base and able to, grow it as well, which is great to see, because I know many artists may struggle with that aspect. They might put out great songs or great EPs, etc., but sometimes they find it quite hard to actually interact with those fans to connect as it is you're speaking to one person.
Yeah, it's something that comes quite easy to us, to be fair. Like anyone who wants to invest in like what we're putting our heart and soul into, like we'll always have our attention and like our undivided attention, really.
Yeah.
They're the people who are, making your dreams a reality. So yeah, we started out this like not to, make it big or make a load of money or be on TV. Like we were just young kids who loved music and like were standing the other side of the barrier and watching bands and thinking, oh, I want to do that myself. Like we want to get up there and do this ourselves. So yeah, it's a blessing, man. So anyone who comes to watch us, like just the exact same as all of us on stage. Like there's no difference. Just we're the ones trying to sing and play guitar for you. We're all the same people, really.
Yeah, always one. No one's more equal than the other. You've got those stepping stone group. Means realistically, anybody could do what you do and live out their dreams, couldn't they? If they were committed and are passionate about it, then they can do whatever in this world, as the saying goes.
Yeah, man. Just pick up a guitar, pick up a drumstick, or I don't know, violin. Get on your piano, like give it a crack. Like anyone can get out there and do it. So we're just grateful that people want to see us come and do it and get behind us and spend their time being invested in our little band. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and I'm sure in a year or two from now you'll be not a little band, but a bigger band on those bigger stages. And I got to say as well, because I'm sure there is plenty of venues or stadiums you guys would love to hopefully perform in front of one day. Is there any on your top of your picks at the moment to perform anywhere in the world?
You know what? It's probably quite fitting that it starts tomorrow. But we've always wanted to play Glastonbury. Like I went there twice when I was 16 and 17, and yeah, it's just always been on our bucket list. I'd love to play that festival, and hopefully next year we'll do it. But apart from that, like, I mean, it's hard to pick. One day I think I'd love to do a massive outdoor gig in our hometown, Birmingham. Maybe find an open park or something, and just pile everyone into there, and it'd be quite a special thing, given that that's where we originate from, and that's where we all were born and raised. I think that'll be our milestone when we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be fun for all the brummies to mingle all in one place as well, and hopefully be a lovely hot weather day for you guys as well. But mention about Glastonbury, of course, somebody who I know has performed at Glastonbury now for a few years in a row is, of course, Jamie Webster. Good old Jamie Webster. He's been on this show before, and we will let him back on the show again in the future, but he's a very busy man at the moment. But hopefully when you guys, as you mentioned right on this show, that you will be playing at Glastonbury next year, well, I hope you are, because that'd be a huge gig for you guys, and you have to come back on it, tell us all the details if it happens for you. But I'll be rooting for that to happen. If there's a petition to sign, I'll be the first to sign it for you.
I appreciate that, mate. Yeah, maybe we'll get to go have a beer in Glastonbury with Jamie Webster and talk about the show.
Yeah, that'd be quite fun for sure. But yeah, you have to keep us posted on that, because I'm all for that, supporting up and coming bands to get to able to perform on any stage, even the Isle of Wight as well. That's a huge festival.
Yeah, well, we did. We were lucky enough to do the main stage of that last year.
Yeah.
Which was a massive thing for us at the time.
Well, you got some TV exposure as well.
Yeah, it was great, man. I mean, I've got so many legends that are music heroes of mine have graced that stage. So, you know, we put in the same kind of bracket as those people. Yeah, I couldn't. It's something I don't think any of us would have been able to, like, even dream of when we were 16 years old coming out of school. So yeah, it's always a blessing.
It is, and I bet you as well. Like when you got the announcement that you guys would be doing that, I bet that was like quite mind blowing and quite the goal. Like, this doesn't get any better than this. Able to be a part of this great festival with all these other legends, and I'm sure you got to meet some legends as well.
You know what? It's quite funny. I think the only person we really met was Sophie Ellis-Bextor, because she was on after us. And
I know that.
And I used to have a massive crush on her when I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. So we met her, and then I think the beer and the rider backstage kind of took us away with the fairies a little bit. So we didn't do much meeting and greeting after that.
Fair enough.
It was more dancing to pull.
Yeah. But I hope that nobody got murdered as well, hopefully.
Well, not that I know of.
Yes, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean by that. But what a great performance, and you know, able to meet her, for instance, because she's doing big things in America now as well.
Yeah, man, she's smashing it. She's had a big revival, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So yeah, great for her.
It is. So, you mentioned about the UK tour. You got your album coming out as well. Well, not your album, but, you know, single, EP. But then, of course, you got some teasers that you are going to be releasing, you know, working your debut album, which is cool to see. When it does come out, will it also be on vinyl, or are we talking too soon?
Yeah, it would definitely be on available to buy on vinyl, CD, cassette, whatever you want. We'll have all that sorted. We'll have all that sorted by the time we get to that.
I haven't heard that word for years. You're making us feel old here. Listen to the cassettes.
yeah, they've come back round a little bit.
Yeah,
I think people are starting to buy them as a little collector's item.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like whatever people want, we'll make it for them, man. So.
Yeah, why not? It'd be interesting to see if VHS comes back into it, because you know, that would be quite the thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the VHS is a little bit too clunky, but I mean, you probably would have said that about vinyl and all that jazz 10 years ago, but that's coming back around again. So.
It's booming. You mentioned about England, okay, but before we get into that, you know, for other people to relate to you, then, do you have a particular team you support outside of England, or you just support England only?
No, I'm a Villa fan myself, which is it's a hot topic of conversation because Liam is a Birmingham City fan, our guitarist. So there's a lot of we're pretty much split down the middle from where our Birmingham loyalties lie in terms of football, which is always healthy. It's always healthy. So yeah, that's kind of where the land lies in our camp.
Yeah, I like that though, because you're a Villa fan. They're doing very well at the moment as well, because you know they surprised a lot of people, apart from Sir Alex Ferguson, who predicted that you guys would do quite well, and you know, it's funny how, you know, when Steven Gerrard was the manager, you guys were like near the bottom of the table, but when you got that Emery coming in, he got you playing some brilliant football, and now you're in the Champions League. You can't expect anything better than that, really.
No, honestly, if you'd told me that 5 years ago when we were down in the Championship, I would would have asked you what drugs you were on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good year next year anyway. So
Yeah, because I guess hopefully that you might be able to attend some of the games if you are near, if you go to any of them cities when you're touring, if they're there playing European football maybe.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a stroke of luck, but I think even if we're touring there, and I'll be getting a flight out and going to watch anyway. So
good for you, and I hope that they do a very good performance in the Champions League, unlike Manchester United did this year, because of the fact that was absolutely pathetic and anything like this. Hopefully, Villa can do a lot better performance and show how clubs in the Premier League can perform in Europe.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see, but win or lose, we'll go out and have a good time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be a riot either way.
Let's start a riot. I love it. But England, of course, not doing very well. I would say everyone who's from England will say that it's been a very shocking performance, very boring football, can send you to sleep. Did send someone to sleep in the crowd the other night. But what is your assessment on it? Do you think it can get any worse, or do you think now because we got Slovakia on Sunday, it might be better?
I think it can definitely 100% get worse. Just because they can't play against teams in a 10-man block. They just can't do it. They run out of ideas. So I think you'll probably see the best football out of England when they progress to playing maybe teams like the Netherlands in the round after, if they get there. And yeah, I mean, I kind of said it before the tournament. England, I don't think would win anything under Southgate, and I think I'll probably be proved right. But we'll see. Like, I don't want to be defeatist or anything like that. We'll see what happens. It could be surprised. Maybe this is the master plan all along, but to lure everyone into a false sense of security when they come to play us. But I think, I don't know, that we've got to two finals, a semi-final, a final, two tournaments on the bounce. So I guess you just got to wait and see. But I think with all the talent that's in that squad, it's definitely being wasted at the minute.
Yeah, completely agree with you. It's how you didn't know how to manage a team, didn't know where to play the best positions in, and things didn't seem to be going. Maybe his plan maybe we could find for him, but it doesn't seem like it is. And there was some shaky sections of the game on the other nights, and hopefully now, I guess we'll see how we play against Slovakia on Sunday, or Slovenia.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Slovakia, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Slovakia.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, for me, I think really, I'm not really surprised at all. I think it's the exact same kind of football I've been watching from England for the past 4 or 5 years, however long he's been in charge. So if anyone's surprised, I mean the proof's kind of been there. The last couple of years for me. But we'll see what happens. Then it's always a good day out on the booze whenever the football's on. So.
Well, I'm glad you found a way not to fall asleep during those football games. Then.
Yeah, you gotta do something. You've got to do something.
Yeah. Let's see. So, of course, you can find yourself on X and Instagram. You keep it quite simple, quite straightforward, with Pearce_Macca right there on your screen of how you can spell it, and you can sit them there as well. We should also show you this screen because we want to show you the amazing website as well. Hopefully, this will work here, right there. You can see the official website for the Clause UK. Go to theclause.co.uk. Got the home store and live pre-sale. You can sign up still. Of course, it releases at midnight tonight of the new single or EP Fever Dream, and you can go on the website. You can find out all the latest places where you can find. You can find Apple Music, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, now known as X, Instagram, and also on YouTube as well. You've gave us some teasers already for this evening, which we thank you for very much. And we can't wait for the EP to land, and we can't wait for the tour to begin. I'm sure every place you go to is going to be sold out, and they're going to be lit, singing along with you, maybe even drinking a few beers alongside it as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's what we're hoping for. So yeah, fingers crossed.
If we before we hang this up, I've got to say, is there anything you would like to mention which is very important, which I might not have mentioned or said, which you think is very important to get off your chest?
No, I think we've covered absolutely everything, mate. Just if you're listening, go out and get tickets for our tour. We'll come and have a party with us. So make sure you get on Fever Dream at midnight tonight.
Yeah.
You will not regret it, and we can't wait.
Yes, can't wait. It's going to be a lit tonight. People will be up until midnight, waiting, counting it down, the minutes, the seconds, to get their hands on the digital release and all that great stuff, and then come out in November, see them live in person, feel the atmosphere, because you will not regret it. Your money will be worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't put it any better myself.
There we go. That's what we like. And if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like it. 2 other people, or you like the episode, thank you very much to those 2 other people, because it's great to like this video, because you can come back and you can see them talking about Fever Dream whenever you like. In years gone by, in years down the line, you can come back and see, wow, this was the EP which launched their careers to where they are now. Perhaps share the video around as well. Tell more about the group. Tell more about Pearce. Tell more how he's a cool guy, laid back, and tell him more about how he was here giving us teasers for what's in store in the coming months. And we can't wait until you're at Glastonbury next year as well, as you mentioned on this episode. Make sure to as well leave a future question, because I'm hoping that Pearce will come back on the show again in the future, as long as the people behind his team will allow him to. Because there's not been any time he might come on this show. So hopefully not, obviously. I would love him back on the show again soon. But if not, then leave a comment below. We will make sure we pass it along to Pearce to answer in a future episode, whenever that may be. And if you're new around here and you like this content and you want to see more great episodes and conversations and plenty of teasers, because I like to deliver teasers, and I think I did a very good job. I got 2 from him, so I thought that was a very good job from me. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Over 246 subscribers, and until the next episode, which will be very soon, enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having us on, and I'm sure we'll speak soon.